It was a struggle, and it was like, it's like being in a fight. I couldn't even tell you what happened from there, but I virtually got him restrained, and then I was stuck. What am I going to do? Here's 1 ton of crocodile, and I can't shift it. So I was happy that he was secured, went back to this cattle property, and I got the cattle farmer, and he rang up his cane farmer mates, and they all came out, and they'd come alongside the trap, and they were all full of bravado. Yeah, we'll help you with this crocodile, we're big tough cane farmers. They got to the trap site, and here's this big black crocodile. They go, we're not getting out of the boat, no way, no way. And finally, they did get out and help me, but what happened was I got my backup boat and I pushed it alongside this big black croc, and as he death rolled into the boat. And of course, such weight, he sank. So now I've had to kind of get in there and bail water out. We're able to hold him out of the water, get him back to the boat ramp. It didn't stop there. We got him back to the boat ramp, but he was that heavy, 8 people couldn't shift him. So we had to get a big front-end loader from the local cattle property to bring it down so as we could even shift him. What an experience.
And the cane farmers not only were big lads that were great at shifting such a big animal, they were excellent at camera work too.
I felt sorry that I had removed the ultimate predator and the king of his territory. I took him away. I removed him from his natural environment. And that hurt my feelings. He's a legendary crocodile that everyone talked about. And inevitably, if I was able to catch him, someone would have shot him. So I saved his life, and I love him dearly, but I felt very sorry that I had to remove the king from his territory.
I guess time heals all wounds, particularly with Acco. Now he's the king of a new territory.
G'day and welcome to Australia Zoo. Let's go.
In the early 1990s, Mum and Dad made a decision that I'd come of age and they handed me the reins of Australia Zoo. All I want to do, all I ever will do, is make them proud. This place is one of the greatest wildlife facilities on the face of the earth, and it is an excellent demonstration of Bob and Lynn Irwin's passion and enthusiasm for wildlife.
Good morning, Douglas. How are you this morning, big boy? Woo! Woo! Here at Australia Zoo, if the food isn't good enough for me, then it isn't good enough for my animals.
Steve's grown up at Australia Zoo, in with the crocodiles, teaching people about how special they are and demonstrating just how volatile their behavior can be. This is all in a day's work for Steve, bringing the excitement and the energy of what he has such an incredible passion for. Now, people enjoy learning about the crocs, but Steve didn't realize that they were actually training him. While he was showing tens of thousands of people every year all about these magnificent animals, they were gearing Steve up for the millions, even hundreds of millions of people he would be reaching eventually through a television audience. But somewhere in this audience, there's someone holding a very special surprise for Steve. Growing up in Eugene, Oregon, I never expected to land in Australia someday. Whether I was selling lemonade or exploring the woods with my family, every day was an adventure. My passion was wildlife. I worked with everything from little baby raccoons right up to the large predators like cougars. And I was always fortunate to have the backing of my parents behind me right down the line, even when my adventures took me down under. When a girlfriend of mine said she was going to Australia and would I like to go along, I decided it would be the perfect opportunity not only for a little R&R, but also to find a place for other cougars and animals that were in captivity that couldn't be released to the wild. Now, cougars are often used in the movie industry or commercial industry, and after they grow up, they need a place to live. So I thought I'd check out some zoos while I was in Australia. Now, I came over, and I never expected to end up on the Sunshine Coast or visiting Beerwah, but sure enough, driving by, there was this little tiny sign and this little tiny zoo, and I thought I'll just go in to check it out. I went through the gate, and Australia Zoo opened up into these beautiful gardens and happy animals, and then there was a crocodile demonstration going on with this guy. This man was in with a crocodile talking about animals the way you talk about what you had for lunch. And now I'm going to feed this huge crocodile. Isn't he a little beauty? The man was saying. And I thought, well, I never really thought of crocodiles as beautiful, but I'll have a look. And I stood and listened to him talk about crocodiles, that they were passionate lovers and beautiful mothers and what special animals they were. I thought, hang on, I've never heard anyone talk like that. And then he handed the crocodile some food. It came screaming out of the water, grabbed the piece of food, and he was as calm as if he was mailing a letter in a letterbox. I was sold. I thought, this man is the most incredible guy I have ever seen. He's probably married. He's got to be taken.
When I saw Terry in the crowd, I looked up and our eyes met. And my heart just went bang, 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 just started thumping. It was love at first sight. I know this sounds like it's coming out of some Mills and Boon love novel, but it's true. Love at first sight. Next thing, whoa! I remembered where I was. Agro's trying to kill me. So I wound up the demo. Yep, thanks for coming. And then she stayed back and talked to me.
He said hello, and I think I said something really clever like hi.
And crikey, our love just went ballistic.
And at that precise moment, Lori took a photograph of us. Now, that photo I still have to this day, and it is the funniest moment. I don't know if there's many married couples who have a photo of the exact moment they first met, but I'm lucky enough to have that shot. I got to talking to this man over a course of about 3 days volunteering in the zoo. He put me to work. He had me cleaning animal cages, raking the park. I had the time of my life, and we found out we were really kindred spirits. And that's when I think we both knew that destiny had taken hold.
Getting married was the scariest moment of my entire life. I was dead set sweating bullets. You know, I was sweating. My palms had beads of sweat and they were dripping off my fingers. I was that scared and I was shaking uncontrollably. I was just so nervous. I've never been more scared. I'd sooner take on a 16-foot crocodile striking at me than getting married, mate. I'm only going to do that once.
We got married in the big fancy church in Eugene, Oregon, Terry's hometown, and then I got the phone call. Got this problem crocodile. This bloke, this mate of mine, John Stainton, he's our producer, our director, he's me best mate, partner, you know, he's an all-round top bloke. Well, he's on the phone. Come on, Steve, come back, we gotta catch this crocodile, I'm gonna film it. My honeymoon, our honeymoon, was with a film crew, jumping and catching crocodiles in mosquito-infested swamps of North Queensland. And Terry, she just got amongst it.
So off we go to save this crocodile. We are in the middle of nowhere. I've never been on a film shoot. I've never been wrangling crocodiles one-on-one, and I didn't know what to expect. But out we go in this tropical mangrove mud to set up camp. And the next day, I finally gear up my courage to go out and use the Aussie dunny. That's right, you grab your toilet paper and you go to the nearest bush. I headed out to this nearest bush for a little privacy, escaping the guys, and the next thing I know, I see this glint, this shine, and movement through the bush. Here is this huge snake. It must have been 6 feet long. I picked the wrong bush.
Stay very still.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if it was going to try to eat me or envenomate me or what was going on, and I nearly, well, kind of sat on it.
It's a black snake. Gee, have a look at the size.
Are you sure it's a black snake?
Yeah, oh, mate. Oh, geez, it's a big one.
Oh, Steve, it's coming over here.
All right.
Oh,
Whoa.
very naughty. So off I came looking terribly glamorous with my dunny roll in hand, and Steve came along and, of course, tossed the snake and saved my life. Ah! Oh, Steve, be careful.
Yeah. Take it easy, Black Snake. You gotta get out of my campsite. You can't bite my wife. Only go for a stick. It's just too aggressive.
Get a stick. A what one?
A bushy stick. A nice, good bushy stick.
I don't know if this is bushy enough.
That's great.
You want a bushier one?
Yep, I'll
Okay,
get
I'll
one.
get the bushier one.